Hello, welcome to another video. So today this is my second half of the year anticipated releases. So I'm going to go through the books that I am most anticipated about that are coming out between July and December. Yes, it is the middle of August. I'm aware of that. Didn't make this video in time, I'm 6 weeks late. But I still feel like I want to do from July to December, just basically because I'm going to. The July books that I am excited by, it doesn't mean that I own them, but I'm just excited by them. I also am not 100% sure whether any of these are going to be in order because I wrote them down. I didn't necessarily write them down in order. I'm going to try and make it vaguely in order, but I don't know. I have got dates. I'm just going to say the dates. Anyway, let's get going with the books that I'm excited by that came out in July. So we've got Wanderlust by Elle Everhart. This is a travel romance. I read this one back in March and I adored it. It's absolutely fantastic. This came out on the 4th of July, I believe. Next, I have got Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. This is Chloe Gong's first adult book. It is an Antony and Cleopatra retelling, and it follows our two main characters who both need to win these trials, these games, for various reasons. And they have to decide whether or not to team up, where they're going to be more chance to win, but only one can be the victor. Very excited to read that one. I do own it. It came in the Fairy Loot last month and I'm so hyped to read that one. Next, came out on the 25th of July, I've got One of Us Is Back by Karen M. McManus. This is a return to Bayview High, the third in the One of Us Is Lion series. I do not own this book yet, and the reason being, this is a really weird reason, I've got all of the rest of the books in the paperbacks with sprayed edges. One of Us Is Back has only come out in hardback. So I'm waiting for it to come out in paperback before I buy it. But I believe I've got a PDF version of it. I know that at Tandem we worked on it, and I think it was Lex that worked on it. I think she sent me the PDF. If not, I can ask her to send me the PDF. But I still think I might just wait until it comes out in paperback and then read it in paperback, just because everything else I've got, all of the rest of the books I've got in paperback, so I want it matching. I think they are all of the July books that I'm excited by. Let me see if I've got any August ones. I do not. Okay, apparently I have no books that I'm excited by that come out in August. I feel like that's not true. I've just not got any written down, so we're going to skip August. But now coming on to the books that I'm excited by that are not yet released, which, you know, is kind of the whole point of this. So, let's see, where am I starting? We have got on the 12th of September, we've got Rouge by Mona Awad. I'm currently reading this one. I've got the ARC. This is about a girl who is obsessed with skincare and is a kind of Snow White horror retelling. I'm about 60 pages in. I'm liking it, but this is my first Mona Awad that I'm reading, and so I'm not yet convinced that I'm loving it, but I'm excited to kind of read more. Also on the 12th of September, we've got The Last Devil to Die, which is the fourth in the Thursday Murder Club series. I adore the Thursday Murder Club series by Richard Osman. This one, I don't know exactly what the plot of this one is, but I have a feeling that one of the core characters, maybe not one of the main four of the Thursday Murder Club, but one of the core main characters is gonna, which I'm very worried about. I've just loved, this sounds so weird, but I'm so impressed by Richard Osman's writing. Like, I've always loved Richard Osman anyway, as a person. But I feel like his books have just been absolutely incredible. So I'm very, very excited for the last one to come out. Next, on the 19th of September, I've got A Study in Drowning, which I believe is by j.ayre. I don't know much about this one other than it just looks really cool and I want to read it. I think it's like a kind of dark academia about these two rivals who believe this one is something to do with like they win a competition to remodel someone's house, something. I may be completely wrong, but I have read the synopsis. I've just forgotten it, but it looked exciting. On the 26th of September, we have got Fragile Threads of Power by V. Schwab. This one, I'm excited by it because of the hype, to be totally honest. I've read Dark Shade of Magic. I haven't yet continued with the series. I intend to continue with the series this month, if I get around to it. I liked the Dark Shade of Magic, but I feel like I came to it 5 years too late. I only read it, it might have even been earlier this year actually. It was either earlier this year or last year. And I feel like I've just come to it a lot too late. But I am excited I want to finish the series and then pick up Fragile Threads of Power. Again, I'll be totally honest, this is probably not one that I'm going to buy in September when the hardback comes out. I'm probably going to wait until the paperback comes out next year for this one. Another Chloe Gong on the 26th of September. I have got Foul Heart Huntsman, which is the sequel to Foul Lady Fortune. I am planning on reading Foul Lady Fortune this month. It is possibly going to be the book that I read next. Maybe I'm just going to pick it up this weekend. Again, I love Chloe Gong's writing. I'm obsessed, so just want to read it. Other September ones, 26th of September, I've got The Wake Up Call by j.ayre. I don't know anything about this one other than I like j.ayre. I still haven't read her last book, which is The No Show. I should read that. I've also got written down here 26th of September again, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I believe there's a new book in that series where Percy is off to college. I am currently rereading all the Percy Jackson series, so I'm meant to be halfway through Heroes of Olympus. I am not. I'm only on book 2 because I've fallen behind. And I feel like I've lost track of where the current Rick Riordan books are. I know Daughter of the Deep came out last year. I don't think that's in the Percy Jackson world. It might be, but I don't think it is. But still, I am excited to see Rick Riordan's modern Percy Jacksons. I'm just excited. I just love Percy Jackson. And then I've got 28th of September. I've got The Scarlet Veil by Shelby McEwen. So this one, question mark, to be totally honest. I really liked Serpent and Dove. Blood and Honey was a bit meh. The third book, Gods and Monsters, was a bit meh. I mean, I've clearly forgotten the name of it. So it's called The Scarlet Veil, is set in the same world. I'm kind of both excited to read it and not. I at this moment in time, I do not know whether I will buy this book. I'm not sure just yet whether or not I actually want to read it. And I think that was all of my September titles. Okay, moving on to October. Book I am highly anticipating on the 10th of October is Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. I love Cassandra Clare. This is again her first adult book, and I don't entirely know what this one is about. I have a feeling it's something to do with like the Silk Road and like families who have got different, they own like different merchant things. I have no clue, but I am very excited to read it and can't wait for it to come out. I'm tempted to get the Illumicrate version, but also, I don't know, haven't decided. 24th of October, we've got The Curse for True Love, which is the third and final book by Stephanie Garber. The first one was Once Upon a Broken Heart. I don't know what the trilogy is called, but it's the third one in that trilogy and I'm excited for it. I really like Stephanie Garber. She is one of the YA authors that I do still enjoy. I just like her books, they're so whimsical. This is again the third one in a trilogy. Once Upon a Broken Heart follows Evangeline and Jax, and I love it. It's super cute. It's fantastic. I love it. In October, we've also got The Christmas Appeal by Janice Hallett. I believe this one is set in the same place as The Appeal, but at Christmas time, and they've got a new murder. Christmassy books, I can be a little bit hit or miss. I either love them or I'm just like, nah, it's no. So I'd like to read it. Dunno, question mark. Would like to get to it, but I'm not entirely sure. I think that's all of my October titles. November, possibly my most anticipated and many other people's most anticipated book for the rest of this year, is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros, the sequel to Fourth Wing. So I'll be totally honest, I am super hyped for Iron Flame. I'm also very terrified because I feel like I was having this chat with the girls at work and we all read and loved Fourth Wing. I feel like one of the things that I loved about Fourth Wing was the tension in the enemies to lovers. They're now lovers. So is there going to be enough kind of tension somewhere for me to be like, yes, still loving this? Dunno, bit nervous, but excited. Also on the 7th of November, Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldry. This is a prequel to Legends and Lattes, and I believe this one shows Viv, I think she's called Viv, the main character, the orc from Legends and Lattes, finding, I believe it's how she kind of like originally discovers coffee, when she's off fighting, doing whatever she used to do before she became a coffee shop owner. But super cute. I really like Legends and Lattes, so I'm excited to get this one. 7th of November, also we have got Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. This is another Ali Hazelwood. I need to read more Ali Hazelwoods. This one follows chess like players. I don't know if there's a better word for them than that, but it's like a chess romance. I love the kind of like intelligence of Ali Hazelwood books, like how they're all like set in science, and like again chess I feel like is an intelligent hobby to have, but I'm excited to get it. 28th of November, Betting on You by Lynn Painter. I know nothing about this book at all other than I loved The Love Wager by Lynn Painter, so therefore I now want to read everything else she's written. I do need to get Mr. Wrong Number. So yeah, I have no clue what Betting on You is about, but I want it. We've also got on the 30th of November, A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch, which I believe is the sequel to A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. I own that book, haven't read it, but I am excited to, and I'm curious about this one. Again, I need to read book 1 to decide whether or not I am actually excited about book 2, but it exists, and that's good. I've got written 21st of November, we've got Defiant, which is the 4th and I believe final book in Brandon Sanderson's Skyward series. I loved book 1, Skyward. I didn't love book 2, Starsight. I haven't read the short stories, Skyward Flight, and I haven't read book 3, Cytonic, but because book 4 is now coming out in November, I feel like, well, I've got the full series, I can just read the whole series. I did see something with Brandon Sanderson where he said that he had planned for like book 2 to go in the direction it had gone and then to come back to the kind of roots of book 1. But instead, the way that the plot worked when he was writing, he had to add in another book in along the same sort of theme as book 2, which a lot of people didn't enjoy so much. So I'm excited. I might reread the whole series or just read the whole series, just to kind of see if it's going to be like it's a bit of a down but it comes back up, and also just to kind of remind me why I love book one so much. So that one's out 21st of November. And then the last November book, which comes out on the 7th of November, so I'm all over the place here, is Murtagh by Christopher Paolini. This is a spin-off series to the Aragon series, following Murtagh. I don't know what it's about precisely, but I really enjoy Aragon. I do really want to reread the series. I have all of the books. I brought them all from my parents' house. I read them all when I was like 16, and I want to reread them, but I am scared because they are huge and I don't have that much time to read things at the moment. But I want to try and reread them so I can read Murtagh. Finally, on to December. I think I've only got one book. Yeah, I've only got one book on this list for December, which is Heartstopper 5. What can I say? It's Heartstopper. We all know Heartstopper. I am only up to book 3 or volume 3 in the graphic novels, so I need to catch up, and then number 5 comes out and I'm excited. I believe there's going to be one more after number 5. I believe that Alice Oseman said that she's going to have volume 6, which would be fantastic. But yeah, super cute. So that was my slightly, well, very rambly, all over the place list of books that I am excited about for the second half of this year. Let me know if you are also excited about any of these books. Let me know if I missed any big titles that I really should be getting excited about. And if you like this video, please leave me a like, subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!